Nike touts them as the workhorse with wings, and annually in April, runners around the world eagerly anticipate the arrival of the updated version of the Nike Pegasus shoe. As an eager runner myself, who happens to own a pair, or 10 of the Pegasus shoes, I thought I'd take a look at the history of the most popular Nike running shoe, and then look at the 2021 updates in the form of the Nike Pegasus 38. The shoe itself was first launched in 1983 and was named after the winged horse in Greek mythology. The shoe was designed to embody speed, movement, and the feeling of flying on air, thus the name. Throughout the 80s, the shoe grew in popularity and became Nike's best-selling shoe. By 1993, the model had sold over 17 million pairs worldwide. The shoe has gone through quite an evolution in its 38 years. One of the most notable adaptations was the introduction of the curvier version catering to the female foot in 2004. The constant evolution and development of the shoe, paired with the price point, which is around $180 in Australia, has firmly kept them as one of the highest selling and most highly regarded shoes available on the market. In recent years, however, Nike has spent a lot of time and money developing the carbon shoes that have been worn in the attempt to break the 2-hour marathon mark. Versions of these shoes are now available on the market, but do come at a premium price. In 2020, however, in the midst of a global pandemic when running was one of the most taken up sports thanks to its ability to be done socially distanced and really anywhere, Nike released the Pegasus 37. The shoe was basically reimagined and reborn, changing the foam on the base of the shoe to match earlier versions of the Nike Next Percent shoes, created a lighter and more stable shoe with a comfier underfoot experience, which is kind of important for a shoe designed to be worn for basically every type of run you do. So, what's new with the Pegasus 38? Well, according to Nike, there's now more room in the toe box, which means runners might notice that the shoe feels similar to models prior to the Pegasus 36. There's also a new individual mid-foot webbing system, which allows every runner to lace up their shoe to a personalised fit. And finally, the tongue is now a separate piece with additional foam for comfort. Alright, so what is the Pegasus 38 like to run in? So look, honestly, it's still the same great comfortable ride that you've come to know from the 37, the 36s, etc. There are a few obvious notable differences in it, and the biggest one I noticed was that it's not as form-fitted as the 37s. So if you do have a slightly broader foot, or you found that the slight angling in around the toes bothered you when you ran, then the 38s are definitely a better option for you in that respect. Also, you'll notice the tongue is considerably different. The new 38's tongue is padded and it is one full piece across the top of the band of the foot, whereas the 37 was thin and it kind of had a V in it, I'm guessing to sort of more fit slimlined into the foot. If you found that moved around for you, that wasn't something I experienced, but I do know other people did, then the 38 is definitely probably a better option for you. But overall, the ride, the feel on your foot is similar. It's still a great shoe. I've worn mine for a bunch of sessions, for everything from a longer run to just warming up and doing drills and doing gym work, and I've never had any issues with it. But 37s are still available in selected colors only, so they're not going to get harder to get. You're just not going to get the variety of colors that you will in the 38s. Overall, were the upgrades worth it? Definitely in some respects. For me, for longer runs, I'll probably lean more towards the 38s, and then for more shorter, faster things, I will lean towards the 37s. But it is still a great shoe. If you're getting into running, which one would I recommend? In Australia, they do retail, as I previously mentioned, for about $180. So that is towards the bottom, cheaper end of shoes, decent shoes. Look, honestly, try them both on and see which one you like. You might lean towards the 38s, just because if you're getting back into running, they are a slightly less streamlined and form-fitted shoe, and while you're trying to figure out what you like in a shoe, you might prefer that. But if you definitely have a thin foot, then the 37s are for you. So overall, there's some solid upgrades, but if you're sticking it out with the 37s, which had more upgrades last year, then you really can't go wrong. So thank you very much for watching another video. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed sitting down and learning all about the Pegasus shoe. I've actually been a massive fan of the shoe for a really long time, and when I sat down and actually looked at all my shoes, I didn't realize how many Pegasus models I'd had. So if you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below your experience with the Pegasuses. I've never actually had any of the all-terrain shoes. I did have a pair of the racer ones from a few years ago that I used to do longer reps in on the track because I'm not a fan of heeled spikes, and I did like them as well. I don't think they'd make those anymore. I think those have been superseded by other things. And yeah, I hope to see you again very soon in my next video. Bye.